Angela, does it surprise you that some of the year-to-date big cap tech winners are once again leading the charge this week?
Wilfred, it doesn't surprise me in the least. I would say these last 4 weeks where we've seen tech leading in negative territory, lots of people have been asking one of two questions. One, has tech been getting ahead of itself? Or two, does this mean that we're looking at a new normal? And we subscribe to the thought that tech is really a new normal. We have tailwinds from the pandemic, from central bank activity, from the digital trends that we're seeing. We're less mobile, we're more digital. We're living within this fourth industrial revolution, as you will. One of my clients likes to say 2020 is the new 2030 because all of the adoption rates and demand and technological advances have really sped up, and we're at a pace today where we'd expect to be in at least 5-10 years. So I'm not surprised to see it bounce back. I did not think that the sell-off was systemic. I just thought regular investors, when investments have run up, it's a smart thing to sell and to rebalance.
I hope 2020 isn't repeated in 2030 for all sorts of reasons, but I get your point. Mike, just wanted to touch on that difference in performance we saw this week. Dollar strength pretty pronounced, gold weakness pretty pronounced as well. I guess those two things together can make some sense. And I guess tally as well, in part, the dollar side at least, with equity market weakness.
Yes, yeah, you can certainly do that on a 1 week window. It does look like it fits together with the S&P down about 0.2%. On the other hand, you have the big Nasdaq stocks up on the week. So it's not necessarily the cleanest story in terms of the influence. We did also see, inflation expectations coming down. So it's not necessarily something that says that it's all this constellation that's perfectly orchestrated, but it does fit together. And I think the dollar going up on the week was much more about kind of pressuring stocks to a certain level. And then today's increase was not necessarily that dramatic, so maybe it didn't have quite as much of a direct influence.
Barbara, September is no stranger to selling, and we still have 3 trading days left in this month and this quarter. I wonder if you think it is too soon to say that the correction is over right now, or if you think we could be in for some more volatility next week.
Well, I have to say I was very encouraged at the beginning of the week when tech started to recover and we had one day Amazon up 168 points. They said, aha, people can't stay away, they're in. And then the next day it sold off. So, no, I'm not ready to say it's over. I think it will continue to be choppy because let's not forget the election. That typically in a presidential election year, you do have increased volatility no matter what the stakes. As we know, this one has some major uncertainties, including timing or knowing who is president. Maybe it's that day, maybe it's not. But I think that we can't forget about that, and I think that's going to mean continued volatility. And again, until we have a vaccine announcement is not likely, in my view, in the next few months. So that's going to add to uncertainty. Now, the one thing that could help here is if we do get a fiscal stimulus package. But again, even that's unknown. So I see continued choppiness with not big downside, not big upside, but just a trading range.